I'm sad.
Why? Are you sad, Kinger? What's wrong?
Because Queenie keeps doing sus things to me in fan art. And in the fan art the sus things that Queenie does to me are mainly forced upon me unprovoked, and even non-sus art of the me and Queenie ship still finds a way to be sus, because in one of the non-sus art it had Queenie telling me a secret, and in that art me eyes had went to a smaller size, and he also had sweat on me face, which means that she must be telling me something sus, and in another non-sus art it had both me and Queenie on a bed or a pillow or something, and he was laying on the bottom and Queenie was above me seemingly looking at me in my eyes, and even though that art isn't really sus either, it still looks sus nevertheless, and I hate all of the fan art of this involving both me and Queenie.
Oh, I really hate those people. And I hate Queenie because of them. And I wish she was never even made. I wish that the amazing digital circus didn't show us the part where Pomni and Ragatha was walking to find Kaufmo, because at that part it shows us all of the abstracted characters including Queenie. So I wish that the show hasn't shown us Queenie at all. Now that I think of this, I'm so glad she abstracted.
Agreed. And they also hate the comments on the sus art of me and Queenie because they keep saying that I'm lucky and that I'm unlucky, man like what? More like I'm unlucky. Those comments are just as bad as the arts that they are on. And also on those arts where Queenie had died and or is dying. Always had me sad and missing her. Like no, I will never miss her, especially if I'm in there, or because in the of the sus arts Queenie always does sus things to me and I hate it.
Well, in some of the fan arts you, Kinger, have been shown to be bigger than Queenie, but yet you don't crush Queenie to death with your big size in most of those arts, but why? I don't know.
Yes, that's it. I wish that Queenie can die by being crushed by my large size.
Okay, I think that I made a story, but we have to go home first.
Okay.
At home.
Okay, so what is the story?
The story is about both you and Queenie, but spoiler alert. Queenie will not survive it.
Yes, tell me now.
Okay, so the story. Okay, so once upon a time Kinger and Queenie was in a room together, sleeping together in a bed, and then Kinger woke up and decided to walk to the kitchen to cook himself and Queenie some pancakes and eggs and bacon, and then he sat down and eat. And then soon Queenie woke up too, and she too went to the kitchen, and then saw Kinger eating, and then saw her food on the table, and she then sat down too. And she then saw Kinger eating his food, and she then looked at him in the eyes while he was eating, and then Kinger noticed her and then blushed. But then he remembered all of the things that she had done to him, and he then got scared and says, I think I have to go. So he then went back into the bedroom, which confuses Queenie, so she follows him into the bedroom, and she then sees Kinger sitting on the bed facing the wall. Confused, she came closer and closer until she reaches her hand out to touch his back, but as she does that Kinger turns around, his eyes look angry. Scaring Queenie, then he grabbed her by the neck, squeezing her. Queenie was confused and asks, Kinger, why are you doing this? Then Kinger answered, well, because you keep doing sus things to me unprovoked and for no reason. And I'm tired of it. Then Queenie says, but I thought you like it, my baby. Then Kinger says, no, I don't. As he continues to squeeze her, suffocating her. Queenie's face becomes blue as Kinger continues to choke her. She cried as he squeezed her. Hours later, Queenie's crying becomes quieter and quieter until she wasn't crying no more. But Kinger wasn't sure if she's dead, so he still squeezed her until her head pops off of her body. Then Kinger saw that Queenie is dead, and he was happy. Kinger jumped for joy knowing that he killed his own wife. Because that means that she won't do sus things to him anymore, and even though Kinger sometimes still thinks of the gross sus things that Queenie did to him, like the time that he gave Queenie his eyes that he took of his head, and even lets Queenie touch and holds his eyes, but Queenie then had the nerve to put them in her sus part on her chest, causing Kinger himself to be embarrassed. Or the time that he was shrunken down to a smaller size like a plushie just so Queenie can pick him up and then hold him against his face. Him thinking of those moments causes him to be even more happy that Queenie is dead. He then goes out of the room to tell the other toys, including Kane and Bubble, that Queenie is dead, so they can all celebrate, and then they all did celebrated because they too are happy that Queenie is gone because she was a constant troublemaker with her sus acts. The end.
Yes, I love this story. This story is so funny because Queenie died. Thanks for telling me it, Steve.
No problem, I'm glad that I can help.